Meet my never lucky Iron Man, forks only, no spoons allowed here. After maxing my main and nearly maxing my Iron Man, I wanted to try something new. RuneScape with getting unlucky on every grind in the game. If I get any drop before the drop rate, I can't use or keep it. Valuable items will periodically be given out to viewers and subs. My goal is to complete the Inferno, and I'm not going to stop there. Please subscribe to my only forks. I mean, forks only. What is up, gamers? FCast and Chill here. So today on this episode, we're going to be tackling what we need to do to try to get the barrows gloves. So the barrows gloves are pretty much not, okay, they aren't really best in slot, but like effectively they kind of are for the vast majority of the game. And not just for melee, they're actually near best in slot for ranged as well. So these gloves that we're going to be getting today, I'm essentially going to be keeping in my glove slot when I'm doing melee or ranging until I have 95 Slayer, because that's when you can do Hydra and get the ferocious gloves. So really, for the foreseeable future, these are my best in slot gloves, and they're just a massive upgrade. You can see here they give you plus 12 melee strength, as well as plus 12 to all your attack bonuses for all your melee different attack styles and ranged. And then it has some pretty good defense bonuses too. So these are just excellent gloves, and we're going to get them. So to get these gloves, you have to complete the recipe for disaster quest all the way through. And we've completed all the subparts now, but there's actually more requirements that we need to do to actually take on the Colonimancer at the end of the quest. And the first of those is tackling the Desert Treasure quest. So Desert Treasure has a lot of pretty high requirements, the most notable of which for Iron Man is that you have to have 12 magic logs. But if you remember a couple episodes back, we actually got our wood cutting all the way up to 75, and now we're able to chop magic logs. We actually got all 12 of them already. So we're going to be using those and go ahead and tackle the Desert Treasure quest. This quest has us killing 4 different brothers to get 4 diamonds that we need, and we have to return them to the pyramid, and then once we do that, we can go inside and unlock our ancient magic spellbook and complete the quest. So each of these brothers is pretty dangerous for different ways, some more dangerous than others, but yeah, we're gonna tackle killing all 4 of them and go complete the quest. So yeah, let's go ahead and go to the first brother. So the first brother that we need to kill, Farid, is pretty easy actually. He's here in the smoke dungeon, and the first thing that we need to do is light all 4 torches in this dungeon at the same time. And if you do that by walking to all the torches, then they'll start to burn out before you can light all 4 of them. So you can see I've brought a few energy potions here. You make these by just combining a Harlander with a vial of water and then putting in some chocolate dust. So all pretty easy ingredients to get. And you can see I brought a couple of them here. So yeah, let's go ahead and just light these torches. And after we do that, then we unlock the room that has the chest with the key that we can use to go fight Farid. And then that is the last of the torches lit. And now I can go claim the key. So then I just run here into the center room. And there's a few fire giants there, but nothing too scary. And we just open this burnt chest, grab the key, and then we can go ahead and leave. So there's the key. All right, cool. And now we just get on out of here and then run to the other side of the dungeon all the way to the right, and then we can fight Farid. All right, and here I am entering his room. And so here you can see I'm using water spells with chaos runes. Farid actually, the only magic he can be damaged by is water spells, and they're actually pretty effective on him. But other than that, this is a pretty easy fight. You can see I'm here just praying protect from melee, and I'm actually 1-tick flicking the whole time. So I've been practicing this a bit with the visual metronome, and I've gotten pretty good at it. So you can see here my prayer is just sitting at 50, not going down at all, and as I'm tapping, I'm double clicking every time the color changes on my visual metronome, and you can see above my character model I have the protect from melee up constantly, so taking no damage and using no prayer. And this guy should die just after a little bit. One more note, I did want to mention that you need to bring the ice gloves when you fight Farid, because when he attacks you, I believe if you're not wearing ice gloves, it makes you drop your weapon, which, I'm using a staff to cast magic, so that would be bad to drop that. But anyway, yeah, let's fast forward here a little bit and get to the end of the fight. All right, and then a minute and a half later, after the start of the fight, he is now dead. and you can see that the Diamond of Smoke has appeared in my inventory. So with these diamonds, actually, if you have them on you, you can be attacked randomly by a stranger that'll just come out and start attacking you, and I believe he poisons you as well. So I'm going to rush to put this in my bank as quickly as possible. And I'm going to do that every time I get one of these diamonds, because that would be very sad if, he started attacking me when I thought I was just AFK safe somewhere and I end up dying. But yeah, first diamond down and 3 to go now. That was the easiest. I think they're going to get progressively harder. But yeah, feels good to get that first one out of the way, and let's go do the next. So to get this next diamond, I need to get the Ring of Visibility, and to do that I have to picklock this chest in the bandit camp. And so every time you try to do this, one of your lockpicks will break. There's actually 3 locking mechanisms that you have to get through before you can open it successfully. So you can see there I successfully picked the first lock but then failed the second one. And it poisons you every time and you take a little bit of damage. So you have to bring a decent amount of food as well as lockpicks here. And you can see I have 44 more noted lockpicks in my inventory because there's a guy just up to the north. I failed again. So there's a guy just up to the north that you can use to unnote items. So you can see I'm going to run up here a bit, and it's one of the guys just in this hut. You just use your noted lockpicks on him, and he charges you 5 coins for each one, and you can see I unnoted all of them. So I'm just going to run back and forth and do that until I pick lock this. Hopefully it won't take too long. I have heard of horror stories of needing over 50 lockpicks to break through it, but let's see. Oh, there, I got the first 2 locks. I failed the third. Okay. Not too bad. I haven't used too many yet, but hopefully we'll get it sooner or later. All right, and then just after that, I successfully picked the lock, and you can see now I have that weird cross thing in my inventory, and we can go take that to the guy that was just west of the fishing guild, I believe, and he'll give us the Ring of Visibility for it. And then we can go down in the dungeon to fight the next brother. I believe his name is Damis or Demis. I don't know how to say it. But anyway, let's go ahead and do that. All right, and then here we are, and we're talking to Risolo and giving him the cross. And here we got the Ring of Visibility. So now when we wear that, you can see a ladder has appeared down here. And then we can just enter it to go into this dungeon. So this area is, not too dangerous. Protect from melee will help you out, but it's pretty long. I'm just going to run through the whole thing, put my Ring of Life back on. And the boss Demis is at the end of it, and we're going to have to fight him. I am a little scared of him because he does drain your prayer, so I can't just sit there and one-tick flick the whole time. I could have brought multiple prayer potions and just chugged prayer potions the whole time while attacking him and just keeping my prayer up. But I'm trying to save those prayer potions as much as possible because I honestly haven't gotten that many Ranar seeds yet. I got a few from pickpocketing master farmers recently, but I'm going to try to be as sparing with them as possible, especially since I want to do a fire cape very soon. But anyway, let's go ahead and fast forward, get to him, and start the fight. Alright, and here we are entering his area. Okay, there he is, he spawned. So here I'm just going to cast magic on him and try to run away. There's a lot of enemies stacked up, so I need to right click to actually get him, but there we go. You can see I'm out of run energy too, which is a little unfortunate. The wiki said there was a safe spot up here somewhere, so I'm going to try to drag him up here, but it doesn't look like that's working too well. It looks like he's just following me. But, yeah, I guess I'll just keep going up. Wait, what? He just despawned? Well, that's annoying. I guess I'll try to get him to respawn. I don't know what happened there. Maybe I ran up too far or something, or maybe it's like his second form when you can safe spot him from up there. I don't know, but anyway, let's see if we can get him to respawn. And it doesn't look like he's wanting to come back. Maybe I need to hop worlds or something. Let's see. Alright, now I've hopped worlds and I'm running down here, and let's see if I can get him to come out. Yep, there he is. Okay. So I'm actually just going to try chilling here and just one-tick flicking my prayer. I've already used up 15 of my prayer points from that last fight just running around, which is unfortunate, but you can see I'm actually just wrecking him with Ivan's Blast. So yeah, this is going to be pretty quick, but okay, he's died here. Now here's his second form. So now here you can see my prayers getting drained like crazy. Like I'm one-tick flicking, but it's still going down extremely quickly. And I'm gonna try to just eat through him and kite him. I don't have much run energy, so maybe stupid, but I'll sip one prayer dose first. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. So, actually, he's draining my prayer so quickly, I'm just gonna keep sipping that, but yeah, this is... Okay, let's just go up here, and maybe now I can kite him up here, like it said before. Okay, that safe spot is not working, but that's okay. I'll just keep hitting him. It's fine. Alright. That was my last dose of prayer potion. Again, I probably should have brought more, but that's okay. Just gonna keep backing up here and just right click on him to attack. Alright, now I'm out of protect from melee, so hopefully this doesn't kill me. But, oh, at 22, oh fuck. I'm gonna hit him and run away, back up here. Alright, hit him, then run off. Okay. I have plenty of food, so I should be okay as long as I don't get stacked out and die immediately. But this is a little scary. Alright, just keep eating and attacking and running away. Another 15. Ow. Alright, there we go. And then we back off. They all miss. Alright, just keep kiting. Another 22. Yikes. Let me eat up. Run away. I'm gonna eat another food just to be safe. But yeah, this is a little scary. Okay, another 22. Wow, this guy hits hard. All right, where is he? There he is. Is that... Nope. One or two more hits. Wow, I almost died there. Another 21. Jeez, this guy hits hard. Okay, this was really stupid. I killed him, but that was really dumb. I should have brought more prayer potions and just prayed through it, but I'm gonna get the hell out of here and turn that diamond back into the bank and restore my prayer. But yeah, that was a bit risky. Not the smartest play, but whatever. Hey, we got the diamond. That's what's important. And let's just keep going forward to the next brother. Alright, I had to make a blessed pot with blood to come over here and pour it on this grave to get the other brother to spawn and make it so I can damage him, but I've done that now and you can see him coming out. So I actually read on the wiki that if you switch each tick between ranged and melee prayer, he just won't attack you. I think it's a bug in just how his AI was coded. And so you can see I'm doing that here. I'm just swapping right back and forth between ranged and melee protect. And he's not actually attacking me. He's just kind of running around. So this is a little funny. Feels abusive, but hey, I mean, whatever. And by the way, if you're curious on how to do this and make sure you're changing every tick, what I'm doing is watching above my character. And then as I see it change to protect from range, that's right when I click protect from melee. Then when I see above my character's head change to protect from melee, I click back on protect from range. So I'm actually just using visual cues. I'm not like counting a timing or anything like that. I'm just staring at the top of my character and clicking the other prayer. And now he's dead. That was way easier than I was expecting it to be. I don't know where the diamond went to. Oh no, I have to go and get it from the other guy. Oh, okay, right. So I just let him know that he's dead and then I get the diamond. But yeah, that was easy enough. Yeah, let's go ahead and go back to Canifis. And then here we are in Canifis, and we just go into the pub, talk to this guy here over on the right, and there we have the blood diamond. So yeah, easy enough. 3 diamonds down. Let's go put it in the bank, and let's go try to get the 4th one. 4th one's definitely going to be more challenging than these others have. So yeah, hopefully it goes well. So this last brother's in an area where your stats are drained regularly. You're in this icy, snowy area where your stats go down. And so I think I'm going to try to get some restore potions to go in there. So if you actually mix Haralander with a vial of water and then put in red spider eggs, it makes a restore potion. So I'm just going to come in here and grab an inventory of red spider eggs so that I can make some of those. Red spider eggs are also extremely useful for later in the game when you're making super restores with a snapdragon. So yeah, it's always good to get some of these early. But yeah, just gonna grab some of these, maybe make like 1 or 2 super, or not super, 1 or 2 regular restores, and then use that to go take on the next guy. Alright, and then here I am mixing up my Haralander with the vials of water, and then I'm putting in my red spider eggs. And you can see, there I go, I have 2 restore potions now. I'm gonna save the other red spider eggs for when I have some snapdragon in a higher herb lore level. But yeah, awesome stuff. Now let's prepare for the fight. So before doing the last fight, you have to actually kill 5 ice trolls before you can enter the final area. So I'm just hanging out here and flicking protect from melee, 1 tick flicking, to kill these guys with my Iban's staff. And after I kill 5 of them, then what I can do is go back to the bank, re-gear, restore all my stats, and then I can go in for the final battle. It's actually pretty nice too. If you didn't know, you can go to Ferox Enclave and drink from the pool of restoration there to get all your stats back. So I plan on doing that after I kill 5 of these guys. And you can see they're dying pretty quickly. I'm pretty safe here with just flicking my protect from melee. And there we go. So I've killed 5, so I'm just making sure I can go in this cave entrance. So let's see. And yep, that works fine. Cool. So I just need to walk forward past those wolves, and then the last brother will be up there. So let's teleport out, heal up, and then come back. Alright, and now I'm back here at this icy area. I already killed my 5 trolls, so I can enter this cave. And then I just need to walk past these little wolves over here, and then I can get to fight the last guy. I'm gonna just fast forward walking past these wolves. Alright, here we go. So here's the end of the wolves here, and he's gonna come out whenever I get up here. This guy's pretty dangerous. He can freeze you, and you know, just lowers your stats are being lowered, which is pretty bad. But I'm gonna go ahead and sip a restore dose as this fight starts, and I'm going back behind this rock to try to drag him into melee range, because if he's in melee range of you, he'll use his magic attacks less, and then I can just keep protect from melee up, and I won't take as much damage. So here I'm just going to keep casting fire spells on him. You have to cast fire spells if you're using magic. The other spells won't work. And I'm manually casting here because he can freeze you, and when he freezes you, if you're on auto cast, then it can stop you from doing that. Also, if your magic gets drained too much, then you know you won't be able to cast anymore. So I'm just manually casting here just to make sure that I'm hitting him. And now my health's getting a bit low, so I'm going to eat up in just a second. But his max hit, if you have protect from melee on, is actually not too high. I think it's 2 5s at once, so 10 damage. So as long as I keep my health well above that, I should be completely safe. But it's a little annoying because my stats are being drained so much. I'm going to have to sit through these restore potions. But you can tell this fight's actually going pretty well. He's already almost dead. Oh, there was a 16, so yeah, not too bad at all. A lot easier than I was expecting, actually. And there we go. He is dead. So yeah. Oh, and dropped a super restore for me. I looked it up, and that's a 100% drop rate. So I get to keep that actually, which is nice. And I'll take these chocolate cakes to heal up as I go up the mountain. So now I just have to come up here and unthaw that troll kid's parents, and then I can get the diamond. So let's go ahead and do that. It's a very long walk up this icy slope, but you know, not too bad. And I'm pretty much safe now. I have these cakes and I have restores, so I have nothing to worry about. Alright, and now I'm up to his frozen parents here, and now I just have to hit them and smash them out of here. My stats have been drained so much. My strength is at like 23, same with my attack, so my accuracy is not too great. And I just keep falling over randomly. It kind of feels like I'm playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl or something like that, where you just trip randomly, but that's okay. Okay, there we go. Finally got him out, and now I just have to go over and get the mother out as well. Hopefully it won't take too long. And one more hit. There we go. Okay, cool. So now I got my last diamond. I am going to take it over to the bank here. And now I have all 4 diamonds, so really I just need to go to the pyramid and you know, kind of go through the end of the quest. Nothing else is really challenging or dangerous. So before I do that though, I'll probably go hit up Ferox Enclave because my stats are very drained right now. You can see most of my stats are like 2 actually, because the normal restore potions don't restore non-combat stats, so a lot of my random skills have just been drained a ridiculous amount. But yeah. Awesome. Okay, here we are at Ferox Enclave. Just go into this pool of restoration. There we go. Stats are all back up. And now we should be good to go. and there's the end of the pyramid maze, and now I just talk to this guy, and then I have the quest complete. So, like I said, this quest is required for completing Recipe for Disaster, but it also allows me to use ancient magics, which is pretty awesome. You can also see here I'm at 169 quest points. You actually need to get up to 175 to complete Recipe for Disaster. So before I do that, I'm gonna have to go and do a couple other quests to just fill this out. And I have some other quests I want to do just for my sake too, just to, you know, kind of make some more progress and accomplish some stuff on the account. But yeah, let's go ahead and do those other quests now. But it feels really good to have Desert Treasure completed on a hardcore, still alive too. So yeah, really nice. All right, and then here I've completed Making History, the Observatory quest, What Lies Below, and Horror from the Deep. So Horror from the Deep was a requirement for the Recipe for Disaster, but the others I actually wanted to complete so that I could get more kudos. Real quick here before we go take on the final Recipe for Disaster boss, you can see him here at the museum. And if you just go up to the second floor here and talk to the Historian Minas and tell him about your exploits from your quests, then your kudos goes up. And you can get some lamps potentially that you can use on Herblore, which is always nice. But now that my kudos is over, I think it's 153, you can see at the top left corner I have 155 there, 160 even. I am able to pass to the dig site through the eastern gate. So if I just leave Varrock and go east, I don't have to go up and around anymore. I can go just straight through that eastern gate, which actually saves a lot of time for all these birdhouse runs I've been doing. So I haven't been using dig site pendants because rubies are kind of hard to come by for me on this account at this point. But yeah, unlocked that, so awesome. And if you saw when I completed Horror from the Deep, I was at 177 quest points now. So I think it's time to go take on the Colonomancer. So to complete Recipe for Disaster, now that I've finished all the sub-quests, there's a series of 6 boss fights that I have to do. And in the area where you do these fights, you are not allowed to use prayer at all. So you can see I have my best melee gear on here, an attack and restore potion. And I can instant teleport to Camelot if I need to, if I get in danger. But yeah, no prayer allowed, so we're just gonna go through and try to take on the first boss. Some of these are pretty easy, so it shouldn't be too bad, but we'll see. Alright, so this is Agrith Nana, so it's a food version of Agrith Nar from the Shadow of the Storm quest. And I'm just gonna hang out here and keep my mouse over my carom bombs so I can eat them. Shouldn't be too bad. Alright, and then about a minute and a half later, a little more, you can see Agrith Nana is dying now. There we go. I only had to use about 5 carom bombs, so not too bad. And then now I can just leave through the portal and I can start again on that next boss. So let's go change my gear up. This next boss is only able to hit melee, and he's weak to magic, but only to water spells. So what I'm actually going to do is come in here and I'm going to cast Bind on him, and then use that to freeze him in place for a bit, and then just back up and cast some water spells. You can see I'm just running around. I have time to cast 3 water spells after each bind. He'll start moving again, I run away, bind him again, and then cast 3 more water spells and repeat. So this is going to use up a lot of runes because you can see his health's going down pretty slowly, but it should be an easy fight. Alright, and that was about a 3-minute fight, but you can see he's really low on health now. Any hit should kill him. Let's see if this one does it. I think that might be it. And yep, he's done. Alright, boss number 2 down. Oh, you can see my stats are getting drained immediately. So that next boss is just the version of the last guy we fought in Desert Treasure. So let's go prepare for him. So unlike the Desert Treasure version of this boss, this guy is actually weak to Ivan's Blast, which is really nice for me because Ivan's Blast is really powerful, my most powerful magic I have. So I'm just going to stand right in front of him in melee range and just keep casting Ivan's Blast manually until he dies, and just make sure to heal up if my health gets low. And that was actually probably the easiest fight I could have hoped for. My magic level got drained enough to where I can't cast Ivan's anymore, so I'm finishing off with Firebolts. But yeah, there we go. Not a hard fight at all. So looks like next is the guy that teleports around you from Desert Treasure that I fought in the Mauritania Cemetery. This time I don't have the prayer option to switch back between melee and range, so I can't just ignore all damage, but I don't think the fight will be too bad. Alright, I changed my armor up to Dragon Hide so my defense is a little higher. Still got my Ivan's Blast gear on, and I'm just gonna go in and get this fight underway. Let's see how this goes. Alright. And I'm just gonna run away and try to kite him. Like, obviously I'm not going to be able to do that the whole fight because he's very quick and I don't have unlimited run energy, but it'll lower the amount of hits that he gets in on me. And if my health drops below, you know, something reasonable, maybe like 40, then I'll just eat up. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna just eat up full or once, and then yeah. Ooh, he hit me for a 19. That's a little scary. Let's eat a couple of these. But you can see his health's getting chunked down pretty quickly, so it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, let's just skip forward. And there we go. That's the end of that fight. So not too bad at all. Let's leave and prepare for the next one. So this fight's probably the most dangerous for the quest. It's the modified version of the boss from Horror of the Deep, and it changes attack styles, so you need all 4 types of magic, as well as ranged and melee technically, but its magic defense is a lot lower than the other styles, so I'm going to rely mainly off doing magic damage. And so based on the color of the boss, you have to change what attack style you're doing, and so white means air spells, so you can see that's what I'm doing here. And so his attack that hits twice here, it could actually hit you for 2 20s at once. So technically he can hit you for 40 in one go. So that's pretty scary. I'm just gonna need to always make sure my health stays above 40 and eat up very rapidly if it drops at all, essentially. But I have my Dragon Hide armor on again, and you can see that gives me pretty good defense. He's actually missing a lot, so it's not so bad. I think the orange is the melee phase, so I'm just gonna bash him once or twice while I wait for him to change phases. Should be fine, but there we go, I actually did some damage. Yeah, let's go ahead and skip forward. Alright, and that was a very long fight, but you can see he's dead there, and it wasn't too bad. So now the last step is to just kill the Colonimancer himself. I'm gonna heal up, restock my items, and then go get him. Alright, we're ready to go, so going back in here. And this fight's actually pretty easy, you just kite around. I think he can hit you for like a 25 or something if he gets to you. But if you just kite around pretty well, like, you don't really need to worry about being hit too much. I'm not even bothering here. Okay, I got hit, so I'll eat. But really, I should just be able to eat through his attacks. And you can see he's just dying so quickly, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, just kiting a bit. And this is really exciting. Once I kill this guy, I'll have access to the Barrows gloves. So I'm super pumped. Just got to make sure I finish this fight. Should just be a couple more hits. Almost there. Okay, is that gonna be it? Nope, one more. Alright. And, oh man, one more still. Okay. There we go. And then his head grows really large for some reason, and then his torso does. I don't know what's going on with this animation, but he explodes into food, you know, as you do when you're a Colonimancer. So yeah, that's it. Recipe for disaster completed, and not only do I get the access to the Barrows gloves, but I also get this lamp that I think it gives me like 20k experience. So let's throw that on herb lore and see what happens. 20k herb lore experience, that's just awesome. 58, wow, that's getting up there. I do need 70 for Song of the Elves, so that's going to be a bit of a grind, but these lamps always help, so that's great. And now let's go over to this chest here and buy our Barrows gloves. You can see we just right click buy items here, value Barrows gloves, 130k, not too bad at all. Let's go ahead and buy them, and there we go. Completed a hard task in the Lumbee diary too. And just look at those stats, they're a huge upgrade even over the rune gloves I already had. So yeah, it's just amazing. I'm getting some really good gear on this guy for how long I've been playing him. I'm super excited. I think a lot of people consider the Barrows gloves really the end of the early game and entering the mid game. So I think we can say that we've done it. We're no longer in the early game on the account. I think that I still need to get my Berserker ring from Rex, which, you know, we need to go back to him and hopefully get it soon. And then I'm gonna go get my Fire Cape. But I think next episode, I'm going to go wrap up some last requirements that I want before getting my fire cape, and then I'm going to do that. And then we'll go back to Rex after. So yeah, look forward till next episode, getting some gear upgrades and preparing for the fire cape, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate the support, and yeah, take care.